What's going on, you all? Welcome back to another Renegade gaming video. Today, guys, we're going to be talking about FIFA 22 just as a whole. I got 16 minutes to basically talk about this game, including my opinion of everything that's been going on as of lately with streaming. So let's jump straight into it. First and foremost, you all, this video right here is the full game. It's probably my last game of FIFA just in general. It's one of those instances where in this match, you're going to see a lot of things happening that, quite frankly, don't make a lot of sense in my eyes, in my personal opinion. I'm one of those players who I am extremely competitive. I have no filter when it comes to the competitiveness of how I react to the game and how emotionally invested I am in any sports game, basically, for that matter, quite frankly, okay? My big thing with FIFA has been, I've been playing this game for over 10 years, guys. At the end of the day, I've been playing it for 10 years. Every year I buy the game, basically. In the past few years, I kind of hesitated at first, but eventually gave in to buying FIFA. And every year it ends the same way. What do I mean by that? I mean that when January, February, March comes around, this has been like the latest since I've actually quit. You know what I mean? Like usually I quit in like January or February because I'm fed up with the game every single year. But this game, guys, at the end of the day is just not good for your mental health. Why do I say that? Of course, there are people who can quit out the game and be like, hey, no problems there. I'm one of those as well, but I've gotten to the point where I still have faith that I can come back in the game if I'm down 3 or 4-0 against an opponent I know that I'm better than, and they just got lucky. But the game rewards players who play a certain way. Now, what do I mean by playing a certain way? I'm saying exploiting mechanics that are in the game and doing different aspects of the game and playing in such a way where they're purposely trying to irritate you, but it's effective because they're able to score the goals and get the wins because they're playing a specific style of football. It's definitely a game that is slowed down in the sense of what the gameplay used to be. It's slowed down a lot, unfortunately. It's a lot of build-up play. That's not how I like to play, pretty much. But in this video, you're going to see me play all kinds of ways, basically, and play style, and trying to figure out, like, what's the aspect of playing this game that could work for me. All right? FIFA 22, in a nutshell, is just, unfortunately, not the best FIFA game. Obviously, in a lot of ways, it is my most played FIFA game. 400 hours of this game, guys. All right? Think about that. 400 hours of one single game. I know a lot of people who play like story mode games and stuff like that, who play like multiplayer games, who have that amount of hours. But this is a sports game, okay? A sports game that comes out every single year. They slightly fix certain things. They slightly patch certain things. But basically, you're getting slightly enhanced graphics. And, of course, you are also getting updated rosters for the new seasons, right? What I've learned over today in playing FIFA and understanding where I need to be mentally to play this game, my mental headspace cannot take this game anymore. At the end of the day, a lot of people are probably going to be upset. They're going to be like, why doesn't he stream FIFA anymore? Guys, at the end of the day, my mental health is way more important than anything else, right? In FIFA, you play a certain way, you get your goals, but then the script flips on you, right? A lot of people like to call it scripting. I pretty much like to call it that as well because it is basically a part of the script where you're winning, you're doing everything possible to score goals, but then you try to play around at passing around the back. Now, many people would say that's self-inflicted. I agree with that. It is self-inflicted to a point. But guys, I played over 1,200 FIFA games this year, 1,200 FIFA games in total, 700 plus wins, 800 plus wins, right? I do not enjoy playing the game as much as I think I do, right? What do I mean by that? When you have a team like mine, right? It's great, but then you still get the instances where occasionally you'll come up against players who just don't have a better team than you, or they play better than you and they know how to exploit you because they have certain players in their team that can do that, right? I'm one of those who I'm not gonna be like, well, the person's team's better than me every game, because it's not. It's not. But it's just the aspect of this game and the play style and how it's structured is not enjoyable for me personally anymore, right? A lot of people would say, well, you played 1,200 games, you played 400 hours, that's more than enough. I agree with you. That is more than enough, right? Playing a video game for that much every single day, waking up, playing the game, doing the dang thing every single day and changing it up. It's just gotten to the place, guys, where I'm done with FIFA. At this moment, I'm also going to put it out there. I know I made a video about this before, but I'm going to reassure it, right? I'm also going to say I don't think I'm going to play FIFA anymore, just strictly because every single year it's the same game. Also, again, my mental health is more important than anything else. How does this affect your mental health? Okay. All right. Say you're winning by a lot of goals. So say 3-4 goals you're winning by, right? You start still trying to score, but eventually a script flips on you, and basically you can't pass the ball within 2 yards of your players or your teammates, right? Your opponent goes on a counterattack, goes on a counterattack, goes on a counterattack the whole time, right? In this game, let me give you a great example. I'm winning 3-1 right now, right? I'm comfortable. I'm like, this guy's not going to beat me, right? He's not a very good player. All I have to do is basically like wrap up the match and keep on scoring, and eventually he'll either rage quit or he'll hang around and still lose the game, right? I've been in this situation a lot of times where I understand that if it's not my game because of how the game is going, I quit out. But then there's that little hope where I stay in the game, right? FIFA as a whole is not good for my mental health. I rage the most in this game. I stress the most in this game. I swear and cuss and do all the other nonsense the most in this game specifically, right? I do not like that, because what I'm trying to present to you guys is a positive environment, a positive atmosphere. This game turns me into a monster. And a lot of people may laugh at that, but at the end of the day, it's true. FIFA, for me, is one of those addictions that I have to break. It is an addiction at the end of the day. You spend 400 hours on anything. Eventually, you become patterned with it. Eventually, you mold yourself into what you think you can be for whatever the cause is, whatever the game is, whatever the job is. Like, whatever you're doing in life, right? If you spend 400 hours on it, you basically should be perfect. Like, you should be elite at the game, right? My concentration levels as I'm getting older, my understanding of certain mechanics and how the game's supposed to be played, I just don't want to deal with EA as a company anymore. I just don't want to deal with Ultimate Team. I just don't want to deal with FIFA in general. It's just not a good headspace to be in, I feel like, personally, right? Right now, you guys see it, 4-1. I'm expecting my opponent to quit right here, right? Doesn't quit. 49th minute. Well, this is where the fun begins, for lack of a better term. Now, you can say you weren't defending any of that. I was trying. I was trying to defend. But at the end of the day, off of the kickoff, it's called a kickoff glitch. If you basically run through an opponent's entire team with a player with high pace and high dribbling, and they can't really do anything about it because it's basically off kickoff, that's when you kind of struggle, right? That's when it's like, well, this shouldn't be happening because I just scored the goal and the momentum should be in my favor, right? FIFA is a toxic game. It has a toxic community as well, including myself. Trust me, I'm going to include myself in that as well, right? It's not good for people who want to make a lasting impact on people in a positive note. Right now, it's 5-2. Again, I'm expecting my opponent to quit. He still doesn't quit, okay? Watch the scoreline and watch how the game plays out. I am playing division rivals. Played like 18 games a week in league last night. Was exhausted. Wasn't really trying to play FIFA today. But I said, you know what? Let me get my wins and be done, right? Get to 8 wins and be done. But as we know with FIFA, it always sucks you back in, always brings you back in by giving you things, players, and giving you tokens, and giving you FIFA points, and giving you just a bunch of stuff that basically keeps you stuck in the cycle of playing a video game that they know is broken, right? But it's a money-making machine for them, right? I am just at the point with this game, with this company, where it's not worth the pain, it's not worth the struggle, it's not worth the toxicity anymore. So what I'm going to be doing from now on, guys, is basically playing right there is a great example of a tackle that should have only been a yellow card, but I got red carded for that. And this is where it all goes downhill. But as I'm changing subs and stuff like that in the background, I'm going to be playing Fortnite, I'm going to be playing Rocket League, I'm going to be playing GTA, I'm going to be playing some God of War, I'm going to be playing some Detroit Become Human. I'm going to be playing a bunch of different games for you guys, all right? Because I just want the variety to continue, right? I already don't have a series on the YouTube channel per se. Most of my streams are like a series, but it's more like multiplayer, playing with viewers and stuff like that, okay? So guys, I make the proper substitutions, I change formation and everything, and this is where we get to see how I slowly go into the descent of rage. Every single goal my opponent scores, I slowly start getting into that mood, getting into that attitude, getting into that addictive behavior of not wanting it to happen, but I see it. I have played, again, 1,200 plus FIFA games. I've seen this before. This is nothing new, but I get the goal. So at the end of the day, then I start feeling comfortable. 6-3, plenty of time left still, half hour left. I'm looking good, right? I'm looking real good right now. My opponent's diving in, lunging into crazy tackles. I bring on Rodrigo. Should have been a foul right there, but for whatever reason, he basically glitched through my player, and he did not fall down or anything like that. All right, no worries, right? His goalkeeper throws it out to his teammate, goes up the field. Now, as you can see, I have two center backs back, okay? Two players back, basically, and that's it, trying to cover 2v2. We get another counterattack. Rodrigo pushes up the break, crosses inside, too close to the keeper. I was like, wait a second, that's a weird one. Now, Grant, I know Rodrigo's not a crosser, but in a lot of those instances, especially on your strong foot, you're able to make the cross. All right, no worries, no worries. Right there, we bring Garincha down. We don't really stress about it. All we're doing is trying to waste time. 20 minutes left in the game, okay? Here comes prime Thierry Henry. We get it back. Okay, in this situation, I'm extremely composed, but I keep losing the ball in the midfield. Make another tackle. Here we go. Running. Ball rolled into him on accident, but Rodrigo flicks it too far ahead of him. Xavi gets it for his team. He's pushing the break. And in this situation, I'm scared. I'm honestly scared because I know what's going to happen. I see it playing out as I'm clearing out the ball, as my opponent's making the great passes. Got to give him credit. He scored a good goal. All right, no worries, no worries. Still 6-4. We got a 2-goal kitchen with 15 minutes left. I'm completely fine. No worries. We get another tackle, good play. Passing it up the field. We try to get it to him. Doesn't. I'm not sure why he would pass it into the defender instead of outside like I meant for him to pass it. My opponent. Another opportunity. All right. No worries. 14 minutes left. I'm basically just waiting for the clock to wind down. I'm not stressing as much, but if he scores again, I'm stressing. At this point, I'm like, this is not good. This is not good. I'm in danger. I am in danger right now, all right? And in this situation, I try to pass it around to the proper players at the proper time. As you can see, I'm poised. I'm trying to find the positioning, but my player loses the ball. And this is where we see what happens in this game. My opponent counterattacks. Good defending there. Had to manually put him there. Great. We try to waste some time again. 80th minute, okay? 80th minute. There's plenty of time left for my opponent to get back in the game, but I'm playing it smart. I'm not making any mistakes, or am I? I'm not making any mistakes, or am I? Serginho Dest makes a pass. Good. Francis Coquelin, composure. 7 minutes left. 7 minutes. He's only losing by 1, and then right-footed pass by Lucas Hernandez, or Theo Hernandez. He gets on a counterattack, hits it off of his bottom basically, still has the ball. We make a tackle. All right, no worries. All good. Good composure. We pass it out, right? Beautiful. Pushing up the field. Oh my goodness, plenty of space. and we lose the ball again, even though it should have been a foul. All right, no worries, no worries. Still, 4 minutes left. No chance he's going to score 2 goals, right? No chance, no chance. Good composure. We pass it out. Again, then I paused the game because I realized my team is doing things they should not be doing. He gets a counterattack. It's a 2v1. He scores. At this point, in my mind, I'm like, I shouldn't have ever gotten to this point. This game should not be this close. I realized I didn't change my formation. Now, you could blame it on me, but I'm going to blame it on the game because I've played many of these games, and there's no reason he should have come back in the game, and there's no reason I should have gotten a red card in that situation. He wasn't the last man, but I digress. This is where things get weird. 89th minute, I have the ball. It's time to go. We need to attack, right? We need to attack, but I feel the pressure. He wins the ball back, pushes the break, pushing. Look at this. Look at this. Dest gets to play. Good. Okay, pass it out, right? Pass it out. Pass it out. No. Doesn't pass it out. Pass it into the defender. The defender makes a mistake. We get the ball back. Okay, 1 minute left. Plenty. Throws it to the guy, Xavi. Composure, goal. At this point, I snap. I snap because I understand that there was no reason I should have left a 3-goal lead unanswered, and I was pissed. So, appreciate you guys for watching. Basically, at this point, I was so pissed off, I uninstalled FIFA. I'm done with that game. All right, guys, we're moving on to better things, hopefully. And I hope you guys enjoyed. All right, have a good one. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.